Hey, what's up, everyone? It is day 25. Let's go ahead and jump on in.
Hey, what's up, Savages? Day 25, guys. We're rocking and rolling. We're going back. I just did all of our value posts, just did a little bit different version of our review stuff, which is good. And then I'm going to go back and start hitting some of these businesses that I haven't talked to in a while. We're going to start hitting these guys a little bit more. So keeping them warm and all that stuff. So, stay cozy this fall. Dude, that's starting at $3.95. That's a really good deal. So, that's September. They've stopped posting. But that's okay. We're still gonna... Awesome. We love ours. Boom, just like that. Then going to the next one. HVAC services. Oh, that one's gone. Parker HVAC. Is he posting all? Nope, he's not posting it all either. Man, you guys, there are so many businesses out here that need some help. They need to be posting all this stuff. This one's in Oklahoma City. Let's see here. We're going to mini split system. Boom. And we just keep going down the list, right? We're doing that. Also, I'll tell you guys is we got a few more people into the review system. What I did yesterday is I went through it and followed up with a ton of people to make sure that we got them in the review system. We just got one. Guys, there's a client out there that has, they just came in that they have over 1,000 people in their database, right? They already have a bunch of reviews, but it's still going to be important to use that client list. Like, you warm up that client list if they've never sent emails, if they've never reached out to them. So we're seeing that a lot with our stuff. Obviously, we got one of our testimonials. We're going to try to get a few more squeezed in for the website. We're doing a bunch of stuff, man. We're doing podcasts. We're doing this outreach. We're doing DM stuff as well. So, it's just a little bit of everything. I'm in a lot of groups, guys, even though I didn't show a lot of it today, but when I'm out and about or doing my thing and I'm on my phone, I'm in groups. Absolutely looking for, comments on certain things. We did get some good traction on some other things that we were posting about. So I think that's what it's all about, guys, is some of these businesses they're not posting at all, which is crazy. I don't know how they're getting away with that. Are you guys still in business? See, you have no idea. These people never message me or nothing. It's like, dude, they have 1,000 followers, 92%, 27 reviews. Like, that's crazy. They should be taking advantage of that. So let's see, K&K Outdoor Systems. Let's see where the leaves fall. Make sure you're ready to shine. Help with cleanup. A butterfly. Leaves falling in family. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Looking good. Every driveway in. Just as simple as that, guys. We're just going in and posting all that stuff. So, also, I wanted to show you guys that. Let's see here. We got. Come on, internet. I'm going to move this over here. Followed up with Emilio. We exchanged some stuff. He's like, man, I'm working on a big project, but I definitely want to talk with you. Tony Ortega is one that we just got in for the review system. Connor's another one that we're going to meet with on Saturday, which is good. Andrew, I followed up with Andrew, followed up with Juan, followed up with JC. I messaged Vivian a lot back and forth. She's just limited on funds. She built our site from scratch, all that stuff, but I gave her a lot of really, really good examples and all that stuff. So hopefully she'll stay in touch and reach out to us when she can. Just because, we want to stay in touch with these people. I'll give you a great example is this one right here, Cody. I'm not going to read this just yet because I have something for him. He's at HVAC and he was like, I reached out to him after 3 weeks, and he goes, "Man, thanks for following up. I really appreciate it," because he was having some problems with his Google Business Profile, and we just wanted to make sure everything was good. He's like, "Yeah, I got it all figured out," which is fantastic. Sam's another one that that's another follow up, guys, and he was like, "Hey, call me on Monday in between 10 and 11." There's another person too that I had a follow up with. Oh my gosh, guys, it's nuts how important it is to follow up. Like, even bumped Jake is a follow up, but Sam, I mean, even Sam, and then there's another person that I haven't talked to in a while that I got connected through a friend, like kind of a referral. That this was just from a few weeks ago that I was able to talk to her, and she's like, "Hey, let's get together the following Sunday, and I want to learn more," right? Which is fantastic. So we're constantly, like, guys, I make a list of all the different people that we have kind of working in the pipeline to make sure we're going back and following up and doing our thing. So as you guys can see, we're just still on it. We're still firing away. We've got lots of stuff in the pipeline. It's not going to stop, guys. It's not going to stop. So you guys keep going, okay? This is not I'll do this every once in a while. Nope, this is an everyday thing. Be in the groups. Be posting. This is probably about time to make a personal good Facebook post. I haven't made one in a few weeks, and I got some good traction on it too, which is good. So I'll probably create something and post something soon here, but you guys keep plugging along. If you guys have any questions about stuff, make sure and comment below. We'll answer every single comment. So day 25, let's go, baby. Woo!
Everyone, it is day 25. So from my side again here, not a ton to show you, but we do have more people that are interested in being on the podcast with the outreach we are doing there. We also have one of our first payments, one of our larger payments actually coming through here tomorrow. They took care of some of their other stuff that they were supposed to do that we were waiting on them. And so we should actually have that first payment coming through tomorrow for day 26, which is super cool. But other than that, we're getting people on podcasts. So we've had more people reach out saying, yes, they're interested. Responded back to a few of them today, sent them over the pre-interview questionnaire. It's seeming to work. We're getting people interested. Now we're just working on lining up times to actually do those interviews still. So it's still running. It's still seeming to work pretty well. And obviously we need more data, more information to see what kind of long-term effect that this will have. But I think it's still going to be great. And everything else is just, it's moving, right? Like yesterday we talked about how we got to stay consistent. TJ's continuing to follow up with people, right? No matter whether it's a brand new lead that they're talking to or whether it's a lead that we've talked to that wants to do business with us, but maybe something happened and now they're delayed or they got to push things back. I mean, this customer that's coming through paying tomorrow, I mean, we've been talking to them since day one of this series, actually. So TJ actually met them really early on. I think we kind of talked about that yesterday, but we kept following up. We kept working through things, getting information, going back and forth, having conversation. And now we're finally at that point where, all right, it's go time. We're getting some stuff done. So that's really what it's about. Staying consistent, follow up, don't let people fall through the cracks. It's your responsibility if you really want to grow this or grow your business. You got to make sure you're doing the things necessary, getting exposure, letting people know you exist, and then following up with the people that expressed interest. And that's where you can use automations and stuff to help with that. But other than that, like I said, I'm really excited about this podcast thing. We're seeing responses. It's a super low barrier, free. There's no cost to it, right? It's just time, and if they're open to being on the shows. And so I'm really excited to see what the full data will give back to us after 30, 60 days of actually running this and see what happens. But so far it's seeming to go pretty well in at least getting that initial conversation started and getting people in the door. So other than that, guys, we'll see you for end of day.
Hey, what's up, guys? Day 25 finishing up over here. As you guys can see, we're still hammering stuff, man. We still have quite a few things in the pipeline, which is good. We did a lot of follow up. Shown yesterday, we did a lot of follow up, and today we did a lot of follow up as well. Went back in, started hammering groups and businesses as well. Dude, we've got a lot of stuff, and I think it's it just doesn't stop. I know we've been talking about that a lot. It's kind of redundant and all that jazz, but we're not having to spend like crazy amounts of time on this right now, even though we are like, all right, cool, we're doing podcasts, we are doing obviously our outreach, our DMs, we're doing lots of follow up to get these people. I told you guys like I had some phone calls with some different people too, which is good. So there's just a lot of stuff in play. That's why I'm really excited to, man, we're just gonna finish really strong and show you guys some cool stuff. And then, it'll be, we'll probably have some stuff closed before the end of the challenge, and then we will have, quite a bit more stuff that's just taking a little bit longer to close. We'll show you guys like some of that stuff on a later follow up video. So I'm excited to show that, guys. And we've done this in a very 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 short period of time, very short period of time.
Yeah.
So, and obviously you guys have seen we've made plenty of freaking mistakes, man. It's just it's part of the game. Like we're not. I always want you guys to think like, damn, these guys aren't even that perfect. Like we're not. Okay, it's just not. So it's fine.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. I'm excited, man. Like things are going well, right? Things are going well. We just got to get a few more things in the pipeline. I've got a few discovery calls tomorrow with some people, some different referrals from some DMs and this and that. So looking forward to doing more meetings tomorrow. Even on Saturday, I have another one too as well. So we're gonna finish strong. We're totally gonna finish strong. Doesn't matter where we end. We're plowing through this thing. So
Yep. And I think one thing too, just to note, is that you're seeing TJ do a lot of follow up with people, and there's a lot of people that like they'll get scheduled and booked, or they'll set up a time to meet, talk, whatever that is, and then all of a sudden something happens with them where they're like, hey man, I got to reschedule, or this is going on in life, and so now they're back in the follow up pipeline, right? So where we're like, all right, this should close because as long as this meeting happens, right, it should close. Well, then this happens in that person's life, and that is a normal part of business, but that's also why follow up is so important. And you have to keep following up with people. It doesn't matter. You have to follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up, because there's going to be, you got new leads that come in, you got to follow up. There's people that you schedule appointments with, and then something happens that can't make it, you got to follow up. There's people that you talked with, they're ready to get going. And so you're like, okay, great, let's get you going. And something happens over there. Now we got to follow up again, right? I mean, one of our deals that should be paying tomorrow. Um, I mean, TJ, what'd you meet her like almost like within the first few days? I think you met them, through one of the Facebooks, and like it's been almost 30 days of follow up back and forth just on different stuff. Couldn't make it to here. All right, cool. We had that conversation. We got to do this. We got to do that. Okay, let's get this done. All right, we got to wait for this, right? So there's a lot of that stuff that can happen. And that's why it's just important to keep filling your pipeline with fresh leads, but also make sure you're following up with people that you've had conversations with. And I think, TJ, I don't remember if that was today or yesterday. You were telling me about it, but I think there was a guy like that you had messaged and like told him what to do to fix his GMB page, and then you never heard from him again. And like you shot him another message just to see if he was able to get it fixed, and he was like, "Dude, thanks for following back up with me, man."
he was super pumped. He's like, man, I really appreciate that. And then I just asked him, I was like, yeah, no problem, dude. Keep rocking and rolling, man. How's business? Right. And he's like, man, growing pains. And I showed that earlier today, too, as far as like, Kate and I've got some stuff that we're working on, too, for some industries, right? Which is it's top secret. No, I'm just kidding. We'll show you guys eventually. Is just kind of I'm going to hit him with something probably here in the next day or two because he's a little bit slow to respond. So I just want to make sure that I'm prepared. All my kind of like ducks are in a row and some certain things that we're going to go after him on some stuff. Like, hey man, have you ever? I'm just gonna be like, hey, have you tried this? Have you tried this? And I'm like, hey, one thing that's working for us is this. Like a lot of our clients are doing this. So
Mm-hmm.
there's you want to be a little bit strategic, but at the same time, it's like, and guys, remember that. Let me say this too: is you might have thought that we were being negative early, just a few days ago about like, guys, this stuff could completely fall apart. Da da da. We're not being negative at all. It's just the reality of it. You
Mm-hmm.
guys can tell that we've been through this stuff, and so when something does cancel, like, shoot, right now we should be at like $7,000 or $8,000. You know what I mean? If everything like kind of went perfect, but it's not, and that's okay. We just know that that's the game. That's totally the game. We just got to keep hammering and keep following up and keep doing all that stuff.
Yep.
And you guys will see that, our agency will grow. Like we know the game, right? It will grow, and it's going to grow over a period of time, and probably in a pretty short period of time. It could be 60, 90 days. We could be at some really healthy MRR, and we're going to share that stuff with you guys too. Like, just know that, dude, it's that early stuff. It's that digging, right? That digging. You're
Hmm.
so close to the gold, and you're like, you know what? I'm going to quit. This GHL stuff isn't for me. Guys, we see that a lot. And it's really, these people are just so close. Like, they put
Yeah.
lots of time and effort into it. But like Cade was saying, is like, dude, you got to have the lead flow. The lead has got to be flowing. New clients, and then follow up, new clients, follow up, new clients, follow up. I think that's just so daggum important. And Kate and I both have, in our other businesses, we've seen that over and over and over. It's, you'll spend time with somebody for hours, guys, hours. And you're like, dude, I built the best rapport with people. They're for sure going to buy. And then they completely ghost you. Part of the
Yep.
game, totally part of the game.
Yep.
And it's wild, isn't it? But that's okay. Like, that's okay, man. Like, it's just not the right timing. And, some of these other big accounts, they're going to take a little bit longer to close. Stuff is happening.
Yep.
We call it sheet. Sheet happens,
Yep.
but it's all good. It's no big deal.
Yep. It's just part of it. And you're going to run into that no matter what business you're in.
True.
Like, I mean, I remember even with my first brick and mortar company in the pest control side, like we were running ads to bring in leads, and what would happen is leads from like when we first started month one, right? We sold maybe about like 40% of those leads. And then what happened is the rest of those leads we followed up with in month two while at the same time getting fresh leads in the door. And then we started having people from month one, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, we didn't get back to you, just been so busy. So like they were just they were busy and they had stuff going on, but we continued to follow up with them month after month after month. And so what tends to happen is the leads and the conversations that you're having, and you're having these meetings and building it up, building it up, building it up. Well, then it starts to become a compound effect. As long as you keep going, if you stop, you're going to kill all that momentum. But like I've seen it with every single one of my companies. I've seen it in the agency world. I've seen it in the brick and mortar world. There's ebbs and flows to it. There's some weeks where you're just like, man, no one's answering their freaking phone. No one's getting back to me. What is in the air? And then there's other weeks like, holy cow, everyone's answering. I'm talking to everybody, right? And it's just boom, boom, but it's like it's just an explosion. And it's just that's normal. That is a normal part, an ebb and flow of business. And you just again, TJ and I both have been through those, and so we know that it's just part of the game. It's just part of the process,
It really
and
is.
it's just
It
gonna
really
blow
is.
up.
It reminds me, it's funny that you're talking about like one of your first business, even my first business. I remember, dude, I made $10,000 my first year in
Mhm.
business. But everything that I did, like I kept networking and kept that lead flow. And I was like, man, I've got to make this stuff happen. The rent's coming every single month, right? And the second, my second year, like completely exploded. I made over six figures in income. And it was because of the things that I did at the first year. The
Mhm.
first year, if we just took that out, I would have had to pretty much restart. And so, the cool thing is, dude, we're able to do some really cool stuff now with online and GHL as a tool, man. Like we didn't have all that stuff in the back in the day. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's you guys just have to stay focused. You have to say, dude, I'm going to go after this thing. It's the non-negotiables every single day that we talk about all the time. It's, man, it just has to get done because it's a numbers game, and it's a matter of time if you're doing the work
Right.
that it's going to happen. I would have never got to where I was, our my little cell phone repair business, man, little 1,000 square foot retail shop was, got to shoot year three doing 450K in revenue, and it's like, it wouldn't have happened if I didn't stay on the horn. Like,
Mhm.
making those continue going. Like, dude, but your store's crushing it. Why are you at all these networking meetings? Like, dude, we have to keep up the flow. We got to keep it up. Not the same people aren't going to break their phones. Now, a lot of them
Right.
did, but we were like, dude, we got to get new customers. We got to get new customers. And this is the exact same game. Doesn't matter what MRR you're at. It's like, do we have to continue to get more customers? That's just how it is.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, that's just part of it, and that's what we're experiencing right now. We're experiencing a lot of the follow up, and that's what TJ, obviously you're seeing from TJ's side, is a lot of follow up at every stage. Follow up with new leads, generating new conversations and new leads, follow up with people that he's already talked with and had appointments, people that are interested in service. Like, it's just a constant follow up. I mean, some of these people, you'll have 3, 4, 5, 6 meetings before they finally close.
Yeah, and there's something that happened too just a little bit ago. This was after, like, just before Kate and I got on. It's funny because I was going back and hitting some of those businesses, right, guys, that I'm showing you of like, comment, and we saw a lot of them that were like just completely dead. They're just not. They haven't posted in 2-3 weeks. You know what I mean? And I'm like, still gonna find some, right? And
Hmm.
sure enough, I went and hit a couple of them, commented, hey, I like your stuff. Hey, it looks good. You guys did a great job here. That looks way better. And dude, I actually got some people to follow me on Facebook, which is really cool. Like, these are businesses that are following my personal page because that little word we call follow up, right? And it's a little bit different. I'm just touching bases, and because I guarantee you, nobody's just going to follow you just to follow you just because of a comment that you made on their business page of what
Hmm.
they went and clicked on my profile, and they're like, what does this guy do? He does business. You guys, I've shown it before how I have my Facebook set up. It's a tool. We're using it as a tool to say when somebody's following me, they're following me for a reason. Like, dude, this
Yep.
guy's going to post some good business stuff, and we're going to continue to do that. I told you guys it's about due for another good personal Facebook post because we've gained some followers just from random businesses and totally random people from groups and stuff. So I'll have to look at the stats, but I've probably gained anywhere between, oh shoot, I would say 20 to 30 followers in the last few weeks just from doing this.
Yep.
Just people follow me personally. So it's exciting, man. It really is. The compound effect. We're going after it.
Yep. So that's all I really got, man. Stay 25. We got
Yeah.
5 days left
5 days. Dun dun
to close
dun.
some big deals.
We got to close some big deals,
Uh-huh.
man. We've got a good meeting tomorrow. I have two
Yeah.
really good, one actually both kind of discovery stuff, which is great, just from like referrals and stuff like that too. And it's a lot from just, like I said, personal posting and then getting in some groups. I've had some DMs with some different people about completely different stuff. I just want people to know who we are.
Yep.
And obviously, like, you guys know that I moved to Arizona now. Now I'm posting a lot more in Arizona groups. Like, dude, I'm gonna start hammering because I want people to know. I want people to know who we are.
So yeah, follow up, guys. That's what you
Hey,
got to do.
guess what,
Follow
guys?
up. That's
Let's
the
just
tip of the day.
let's just
Follow up.
condense this meeting down. Follow up.
Yep. That's it.
Hey, you know what we say, guys? The FU money. Do you know what I'm talking about? The FU money is in the follow up.
Mm-hmm. That it is. All right, guys.
We'll see you tomorrow. Day 26
See you for
is
26.
tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. See you guys.
Peace.